champions, Luke and Naomi. Woo-hoo!
All right. How about that?
You did it.
Done did it. All right, welcome in. It is episode 143 of Luke and Naomi on air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock reviews. I'm going to get to the Knicks in just a second.
Of course.
Been looking forward to that since Saturday night.
Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. But we got our weekend love-hate lists coming up. We're going to bring that back in just a second. Welcome in. We are live on YouTube right now. Thanks to everybody who's in the chat already. If you're not, what you doing?
Yeah, come on. Talk to us.
But
we
also,
communicate.
if you're not, it's also kind of late now. But, you know,
You
next
can still
time.
get there.
Next time for sure. We got The Devil's Advocate coming up. This is a double review, gang, because I've never seen this. And this is about as close to Under a Rock as I've been with a movie that I haven't seen. Because, like, with Speed, I knew all of Speed. Right? I knew what the deal is with Speed.
The bus that couldn't slow down.
Who is that? Rochelle?
Rochelle's here.
All right. Hello. Welcome in. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us again.
So, you know, with Speed, I knew the premise. I knew, you know, the players. I knew everything in it.
It's hard not to.
Right. And then, you know, Holes, like, I was surprised with a couple of actors and things like that.
It's a Wonderful Life. You knew that story, you know?
Yeah, Wonderful Life. I knew that. There was, you know, a couple small surprises. But this one was really, really new to me. I had been wanting to watch it for a very long time. This is one I feel like I remember when it came out. I was like, oh, that looks awesome. And then it was 97. I think I was...
You want to do the math?
I think I was 15, maybe?
Okay.
Something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was young. That looks awesome. It got lost in the fray amongst, you know, all the Austin Powers movies and things like that, right? So never got around to watching it. Had it on the list for quite a while. And when I told Naomi this weekend, I was like, yeah, this one could be a double review I've never seen. She's like, all right, let's do that one.
Yeah, let's do it.
So looking forward to getting into The Devil's Advocate in just a little bit. How we sounding out there, chat? Everything good? No echoes this time?
That still causes
Haunts
so
me.
much, like, anxiety that I'm just scared that that's happening again and we just don't know it.
I know it, for real, every time. But I'm sure my dad's in the chat, and he's kind of our backup there. So he hasn't said anything yet, except for don't tell me what to do when I jump in. So that's, you know, whatever.
I love it.
Thanks for joining us, Pop. Okay. So, yeah, we got the Devil's Advocate coming up in just a little bit. Looking forward to that double review, so probably a little bit longer of a review because I'm going to jump into that. Got some interesting trivia for afterwards, some Devil's Advocate facts and stuff like that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But, yeah, we're going to bring back our, I don't know if it was our favorite thing to do on Mondays, but our weekend love-hate lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are new to Luke and Naomi, when we did our morning show in Roswell, New Mexico, we had to talk about something on Monday morning.
That's right.
So
Mondays are tough.
we did our weekend love-hate lists. So what do you got? What'd you love? What'd you hate?
I loved
Did you
that-
write these down?
No.
Oh, okay. You looked at your notes. So I was like, oh, wow, look how prepared.
No, I'm not that prepared. Yeah, hang on. Let me read here. What did I write down? No, I liked that it was a little bit calmer of a weekend. We've had a lot of stuff scheduled throughout the week and the weekends, and it's just been a lot. We had our beer club, which was fantastic, smaller group. So we all got to be a part of like the same conversation, which is awesome. I'm not dogging it when we have like 12 or 14 people there, but you're not all in the same conversation when there's 12 people and beverages are involved.
This was more like a nice dinner conversation as opposed to when you get a dozen people, it's like a cocktail hour where you got to make the rounds and things like that. So I get it.
So beer club was probably my love for the weekend, and maybe a little bit of the storms that rolled through on Saturday. They were scary, but it was cool to sit outside and listen to them. Hate is our AC had issues. So it was toasty last night.
Working now.
Yes.
Working
so we're
now.
all set.
Ooh, it feels so much better in here. Oh, my God. Thank God.
And yours? Your love-hate?
Oh, you know what my love is. Start spreading the news. I would have left Saturday night if I could have gotten to New York in like 5 minutes.
I know.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, if you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, you live under a rock worse than I do.
That's right. My New York Knicks, for the first time in my entire life, NBA champions. Whole life. How about that? I think I was telling you, I don't know. I talked to 115 people on Saturday night, like until like 1:30 in the morning, and was texting everybody online, just kind of enjoying the revels and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I've whole life I've seen the Yankees win. I've seen my Cowboys win a Super Bowl, even though that was, way too long ago and stuff like that. Seeing the Red Wings win a cup and, never, ever, ever with the New York Knicks. So
that was a big deal.
that was absolutely
That's your
awesome.
love for like the year.
It might be. It might absolutely be. Also,
get it.
I love the storms that rolled through. Beer Club was wonderful. Hate that I couldn't have been in Manhattan for that win because,
Fair enough.
I mean, man, that would have been cool just to experience that in. But also glad I'm not because, Manhattan's expensive.
A lot
It would
of
cost a
people,
bajillion
all that. I mean, it was fun watching on TV where you have like the different watch parties and people freaking out and all of that. Looks awesome. Would be wonderful to be a part of that crowd for about 4 hours. After that, get the hell away from me. I'd be like, this is too many
Says
people.
the girl who
need
wants
out.
to go to Times Square for New Year's.
I know. Again, for that short period of time, I'm here for it. After that, no. Goodbye.
The New York Knicks announcer, who was also the announcer for ABC and ESPN, Mike Breen, he's been with the Knicks forever. I mean, I know that man's voice in my sleep and stuff like that. I was watching an interview with him just before the show, actually, and he was talking about his son lives in New York. And he said, they watched the game at a friend's place and then afterwards shut it off and went, out to enjoy.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, in about 3 blocks, I hugged 80 different strangers. He said, when does that ever happen in New York City? So
Right.
that was really cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I've seen a
like
bunch
that.
of news stories, where some bad actors got into it and things like that. There was like 60 or 70 arrests and a bunch of people burnt some buses. But other than that, I mean, a city of 8 million people and only 70 people got arrested. I'd say that's a win.
Yeah, that's great. That's
You know,
fantastic.
For sure. So I loved it. I stayed up watching all the interviews. And one thing that crazy that hit me was watching Shaquille O'Neal interview guys from my favorite team. I watched his whole career, rooted against most of his career, and then now he's an old guy commentator. And it's like, this is weird. But it was really cool. Jalen Brunson, the MVP, shared net with his dad. Was awesome. His dad's a coach, if you don't know. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Big love. Just squeezing every second out of it on the show as I can.
I know.
So,
I've had enough of it. I've had so much basketball talk and so much more basketball than I need in this house for a while. Just saying.
Well, congratulations because you did it. You made it through.
Yeah, I made it through.
You made it through. So congrats to my Knicks and all the other Knicks fans out
That's
there.
right.
You know exactly how that feels. Hate for the weekend again. The AC sucks, but where it's fixed, all good. And that the celebrations had to end. Right, you got to move on.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on now to our recurrent dose of Did You Know? I almost
were
said
so
random dose of
close.
Did You Know, but I just can't get that correct.
No.
Shout out to Paul Moore for giving me the name that I can just never repeat ever. But I try. All right.
do.
Your recurrent dose of Did You Know got some random facts for episode 143. Did you know about 8.6? This is for you. Did you know about 8.6 million lightning bolts strike the earth every single day? That is about 100 every second.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
There was a couple lightning strikes close to us that were so loud. I jumped so bad, like
yeah.
my chest hurt. I felt like the tree next to us was going to get struck by lightning and explode.
We get some good storms here. We definitely do.
We do, but sometimes it's a lot.
Well, growing up with the tornadoes and stuff like you have, I can understand, having that all freak you out. Did you know the longest river in Antarctica? Did you know that there's enough rivers in Antarctica that they have a longest one?
No.
Yeah, it's the Onyx River, which is 20 miles long.
Is it frozen?
Sure. Did you know every other continent's longest river is at least 100 times longer than that?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but could have guessed if I had to, I think.
Yeah.
Did you know wolves do not actually howl at the moon? Wolves howl together in harmony to make it sound like there are more of them together than there actually are.
Smart.
Yeah, how about that? Makes me think of Alone. We like the TV show Alone. We watch that all the time with people just by themselves in the wilderness, and they got some sounds of them wolves occasionally, and they're like, man, that's crazy. But guess what? There's less of them than it sounds like.
Doesn't
make
matter.
you feel better?
No, because hearing 1 is too many. Nope, that's a woof, and I'm in a tent.
It's only 4, not 6 or 8. Okay.
No.
All right. Did you know there's only one person who's had a losing record as the University of Kansas men's basketball coach, and that is Dr. James Naismith, the guy who invented basketball.
Is it really?
Yeah. Or the man who's credited with inventing basketball. Anyway, his record as a coach was 55 and 60 from 1898 to 1907.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. You'd think if you invented it,
you would
you'd
think so.
fix the rules so you win.
Something like that. Hey, hold on. We got to change this one thing.
Yeah. You actually want the less amount of points.
No, that's all of my friends. That's how they operate with anything competitive. Well, hold on. We got to change the rules. I'm losing. And finally, did you know the 1993 video game NBA Jam? Do you remember NBA Jam? Did you ever? Was that ever around you at all?
No.
I didn't know if the brothers maybe, something like that. NBA Jam was awesome. It was quite literally my jam. Did you know the 93 video game NBA Jam grossed $1 billion worldwide in the first year after it's released? That is 3 times as much as the highest grossing movie of 1993.
That's crazy.
Any guesses on that one?
Space Jam?
No, but that's a really good guess. Nice.
I thought we were going with the same
Yeah,
theme here.
right.
My bad.
Yeah. A good basketball
93, I don't
and
know.
jam, and you went, well done. But no, it's Jurassic Park, 1993.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
That grossed $339 million. NBA Jam, $2.3 billion. Well, $1 billion, but 2.3 in today's money.
Wow.
Absolutely crazy, right? That is your recurrent dose of did
Don't
you know?
look at me like
Some
that.
random. I have to look at you in triumph. I look at the camera too.
Okay.
And
That's
that is
what it
your
is.
recurrent dose of Did You Know? Random facts for episode 143. All right, now it is time to have a little fun, little breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast food can serve many purposes.
That's right. This is our time to kind of bring some of the old morning show into the podcast. It is dinner time, but we used to do this around breakfast time, hence breakfast for dinner. One of my favorite things is the phrases that people can get wrong but still sound absolutely correct, but they don't know, because it's like, I never seen it written down or anything like that, right? I'm
Run
sure,
like the wind?
yes, exactly. I'm sure you can think of several that, of things that belong on this list. One of my absolute favorites is, for God's sake, or for Pete's sake, because it is for the sake of Pete, so it would be for Pete's sake, not Pete sakes, right?
They all sound good to me.
I know the Midwesterners, you love to throw the S's just around like, candy. Just
Aldi's.
throw an S everywhere.
Myers.
Pete's sakes. No, absolutely not. What's the thing?
All of his sakes. He's got more than one sake.
What's the thing you guys say about Pete? Jeez-o Pete all the time.
Jeez-o Pete,
Yeah, that is
yeah.
such a weird Midwestern thing that I've only heard from like Michigan, Ohio people.
I love Jeez-o Pete.
Anyway,
I haven't said that in a while.
it is for the sake of Pete. So Pete's
Yes,
sake,
I
for
get
God's
it.
sake,
I get it.
or what have
But
you.
it's not going to change how I say it. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
But it should.
It won't.
It really should.
I know. It should. You learn to say something correctly. But I'm stubborn and, stuck in my ways and all of that, and I'm not going to change it. And the S's belong at the end of, like, every frickin' store.
You and my dad, right? You're just not changing
Nope.
for anybody right now. All right. So somebody asked Reddit that question. What sayings did you say incorrectly for decades, years, whatever, without anyone noticing, without realizing? And what did you think they meant if you got it wrong and what have you? So some of the answers are good. And I wanted to share this list. So instead of saying might as well, one person thought it was minus well.
Well, if you say it fast enough, I wouldn't catch it either.
No, right? Nobody notices.
Mine as well.
Minus well.
Yeah?
I have a friend who used to, instead of saying take it for granted, he would say take it for granite. And I don't know the difference between granite and any other stone, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Take it
Fair.
One time I got a whiteboard and wrote the 2 words on there because it was just like, you need to know this, just so you know.
That's terrible when you have to get out the whiteboard.
Yeah, it didn't go over well, but I
didn't
felt
think
so much better
Of
afterwards.
course you did. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
This one says, my brother thought that people that live beside us were our next store neighbors.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I get it, because you always say that fast. It took me for a while to realize what we were saying as a kid,
Yeah.
But next store.
Next door.
I mean, can you imagine if you lived above a store? That you would really think that. This one says, I was in my 30s when I realized it was actually cease and desist. They thought it was cease and assist.
That's funny.
Stop and help me, damn it.
That's right.
I like that.
Assist.
Stop and help me.
Yeah.
This one's for the Simpsons fans. Up and Adam. Adam, the person's name. Up and Adam. Who the hell is Adam? It's actually up and at them.
Makes sense.
Up and at them.
Yeah.
That's right. Saying bonfire instead of bonfire. What?
Nothing.
It was a strange face.
Oh, I was just thinking about bonfires.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Sounds like fun. Okay. Yeah, bonfire. That's how I said it until like somebody was like, "There's only one B."
Okay.
You know, because I thought it was like a big fire created by a bomb until I was 9 or 10 or something like that. You
And
know.
realized it's just a party fire.
Yes, and I was like, that doesn't
Bonfire.
make any sense.
Bonfire.
A
Party
bonfire.
fire.
Kaboom! You know, let's go.
No.
Play it by year.
That one I have not heard
Instead of-
anyone do.
Play it by ear. That one would I'd have to correct that. I'd get the whiteboard for that one too. Like
Yeah.
most of these are like, I get it, you know. But that one I'd get the whiteboard out. One man thought a wheelbarrow was wheelbarrels, like barrels of wheels, for most of his life, he said. I wonder if he worked with them as well. That'd be awesome. And another man said, holier than hell instead of holier than thou. Which makes a lot of
Close
sense.
enough.
I can understand that one too.
Yeah.
See, some of them make a lot of sense in context.
I mean, I'm not going to blame anyone.
He said
Say it how you say it.
somebody finally corrected him and he had no idea how to take it. Which is how that goes, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got one more piece of breakfast for dinner before we jump into our review. And this will be a quick one, but just
Okay.
it's ridiculous. It's another TikTok trend. First of all, I found the name for the TikTok trend of the kids that are doing all the over sun tanning.
Oh, okay.
They call it tan maxing or sun maxing or something like that, and that's
Okay.
insane. If you know any kids that are out, like, don't make sure they're not doing that because that's just crazy. This one might be worse. People are putting pickles in white wine. I don't know if it's actually worse than that, but
No, I think not using sunscreen and putting whatever oil and stuff on yourself to make yourself get all tan and burnt to
Butter.
a crisp is a lot worse
Yeah.
than putting a pickle in some wine.
so
I'm here to try it.
is
just saying.
TikTok just out of trends or will they never end?
They'll
That's kind
never
of the
end.
question with this one. Apparently it's going viral enough where it's gotten to us. So people are putting frozen pickles into Sauvignon Blanc white wine. Some are even adding a splash of brine from the jar.
I feel like the pickle's just gonna so overpower everything. All you have is pickle now.
Just do pickle juice.
Yeah.
Just drink pickle juice.
Yeah, but you need the booze.
Why
in
don't you
there,
put
the
frozen
wine.
grapes into pickle juice? You probably get the effect you're really looking for. I mean, come on. You know, if you're putting a
I don't-
pickle in wine, you're trying to get that pickle taste.
Yeah.
That's so weird. So do white wine enthusiasts get as crazy as like the red wine enthusiasts? I know we have a couple of wine people in our circle, so
Yeah.
I want to ask them: is it absolutely infuriating if people are doing this?
I already know if we were to ask Jeff about this, which Jeff knows his wines. He does like wine tasting events. If we were to say, hey, have you heard about putting a pickle in white wine? I'm pretty sure he'd lose his shit. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't talk to us ever again.
Now I gotta ask him next time. If we don't remember to ask him this, I wish we could dial him in live.
I know.
That would
I
be
would love to have
absolutely
that
awesome.
conversation with him, and I'd love for it to be live so all of you could hear this conversation. But I'm pretty sure that would be the last time we talk to him.
my
He would be
God.
just done with us.
So I wonder, like, do people get as because with the red wine, I know you're not supposed to put ice cubes in it and all the other stuff I've seen on TV, right? But
I thought that was wine in general. I don't know the rules.
yeah, I didn't know if anybody gets all
You don't
bent out of
mix
shape.
them, I think,
If you-
and
If you're gonna get upset about that, like, are you gonna be okay with a pickle in your wine?
oh, absolutely not. But if somebody does it, I'm here to try it.
So this is not the first time people have been just corrupting their Sauvignon Blanc, because last year around this time, people were putting jalapenos in it. Chilled glass of Sauvignon Blanc with frozen jalapenos. I don't know why, but that makes more sense to me than the pickles.
They both make sense to me, honestly. But I can see, like, again, the pickle is going to be so overpowering compared to the jalapeno, which is going to give you just a little bit of a bite.
You could get, that little bit of heat at the end, which would kind of, whatever, if that's your thing.
But I'm not here to judge. You can put whatever you want in your wine. More power to you.
All right, well, back to the pickles. Apparently, what you do is you get the small whole dill pickles, not the sweet kind. The more sour and salty, the better.
Okay.
Which the sweet and salty, I guess. Take out a couple, you freeze them in a bag, or however you want to freeze them. I guess that instruction wasn't necessary at all.
I just imagine someone
reading.
putting pickles on their shelf, like in there.
I'm just reading.
I'll get one of these later.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Slice them into thick coin-shaped pieces and toss them into the wine with optional brine and ice. So
Committing all the wine sins there.
there you go. And if that was too complicated, there's a video out there on how to do it. But I'm not sharing that, because if you can't figure it out from here,
We cannot share that kind of crap on our
No,
page.
again,
We're not doing that.
you get disowned by several just alcoholics that I know.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah,
Be
at
like,
one
"What are you
point,
doing?"
you've crossed a line.
I mean, a pickleback's one thing, but this is something else. Something else. All right, that is breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast food can serve many purposes.
That's right, it can. Ron Swanson, thank you very much for the help there. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready to go? It is time to get into it. I'm just going to spoil it right away. I love this movie. This was cool. Really excited about our Under a Rock review of Devil's Advocate. So let's do it. All right. Am I
Speaking
missing
of-
something? You're giving me a look. Like,
No.
sometimes if I forget something, I get that look.
I
When you
don't
make
know
that
what my
face,
face is doing.
when you make that face, it was a joke. All right.
I have no idea.
The Devil's Advocate, this is both of our review, but I am going to let Naomi get us started here. And
Yeah.
just going to hop in,
Where you need to.
randomly.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with Keanu Reeves, Kevin Lomax. He's an attorney.
Lomax. What a name, by the way.
I was cool with it because it was easy for note keeping. Lomax.
Or Kevin.
Nah, it's Lomax the entire time.
It's Lomax the whole
It's
time?
the Lomax. It's Lomax, and his wife is Lomax's wife.
Oh, my God. You did not,
Just so you know.
Not even like Charlize or anything like that?
No. Wasn't her? What was her name in the movie? Anyway?
Marianne.
Oh yeah, I guess
Mare.
that's not that bad.
You called her
I
Mare
could
the whole
have gotten
time.
away with that. All right. Anyways, he's an attorney. We've got a court case where a young girl was sexually assaulted by her teacher.
The opening to this movie was just a kick in the gut,
Yeah. So Lomax is representing this teacher. Finds out that he's guilty, but to protect his client and his win rate, he destroys this girl's credibility, so that his client wins the case.
Yikes.
Just like you said, very hard to watch.
The little girl who was that actress, on the stand was amazing, and like the dude who plays that bad guy, he showed up in True Blood. He's I think he's in The Wire.
He's very creepy
as well. Yeah, like he plays just a sleazy dude so well.
Yep.
So just. Ugh.
We're off and running, and I'm
Yeah.
already like, this is awful. I don't know
Yeah.
if I can watch this whole movie.
Yeah, woof. Evil is afoot.
Oh yeah, and it stays there. So they go out to celebrate because he won. Him, his wife, some other coworkers, partners, whatever.
And a news guy. Like apparently he's friends with a reporter, which
Yeah.
is interesting to me.
So while at the bar, a man named Heath approaches Lomax and asks him to come to New York and help select a jury, and it comes with a substantial paycheck, whether he wins or loses. So of course he's gonna go.
Enticing, right?
Yeah. He picks the jury. He's really good at like reading people and all of that. He's good at what he does.
Cool scene, really like fast and stuff. Just like, hey, here's a quick idea of like, but that lady's pissed about something, and like that person, no,
Again,
he's
he can
this
read
type of
people,
person.
yeah.
It was really cool.
So they end up winning the case, and he's the superstar. So Lomax's mom, a very Christian lady, had a bad feeling about all this. Didn't want him going to New York, all of that. So Lomax's wife tells him that his mom called and had a bad feeling. He says something about her being right every once in a while. So we've got our foreshadowing to fit in the
that's
movie.
right. Yeah, there's a
The
couple.
older Christian woman is telling you, I've got a bad feeling about you being in New York City.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, also later on we find out why.
Yeah.
You know, with all of that stuff. But yeah, there's some really cool foreshadowing in it, as if you didn't know. Now, is Al Pacino in the chat here? My dad wanted to know if that was De Niro. Al Pacino is,
Yes.
and he's we'll get to Al Pacino in a second.
Yeah. So after choosing the jury and the case being won, Heath takes Lomax to the headquarters run by a man named Milton.
John Milton.
Yep. Beautiful place overlooking New York City. We meet John Milton, played by Al Pacino.
Hoo-ha!
Him and Lomax have an interesting talk on the patio part of the building. It's all open.
Creepy.
They're really high up. They talk about money barely, but Milton tells them that that's the easy part.
Yeah, the money's the easy part.
Yeah,
Which
is, and they get into this talk about can you handle the pressure and all of that, and Al Pacino does this so well because I was just completely creeped out by him. I was like, you don't even know, but he's just the bad guy. You just look at him and go, oh, he's the villain in this story.
Yeah, I mean,
we knew.
Yeah, it was implied, of course, in the Devil's Advocate, and just looking at the pictures and stuff.
Yes.
You know what's up, but man, does he make sure you know.
Yes.
It's not.
But also without coming out and being like, hey, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's just a friend. I'm just this guy that's offering you a job, and this is what you got to do.
A father figure, you might want to say,
I could possibly say that, but I'm going to leave that to everybody else to say.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you knew it was him. It wasn't like Eddie Barzoon who was going to be the devil here,
Right. Again, you knew who it was going to be.
Dude's in Howard the Duck, and I hate looking at him.
So one of the perks of this job is this beautiful apartment in New York City. It's a huge apartment, too.
Oh, yeah.
Heath shows Lomax and his wife the place, and they actually live right across the hall. Lomax makes a comment to his wife that if she's not okay with any of us, they can just go back to Florida. It's almost like there is hesitation for him there.
Right.
Yeah,
give me a way out.
Exactly. Subconsciously, and it's so barely the tiniest little piece
Really
that
quick,
you would miss it. Yeah.
Just a sliver.
And
because even when he said it, I was just like, oh, he is a little bit. And then she's
There's
like,
some
oh,
hesitation.
God, no. And he's done. Boom.
yeah, she says she's happy. He stays the course.
Yeah.
We meet the team at Milton, Chadwick, and Waters, and he's given his first assignment. It's like a voodoo guy who killed an animal, and it goes against health code violations, whatnot.
It's a loser. That's what he says. He was like, this is a terrible case. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah. But Lomax goes, meets with the guy, and it's actually pretty crazy. This scene is just a little intense.
He's got the kid bringing him down there, and he's like, you're telling me he's in the basement?
Yeah. He talks about blood being spiritual currency. So we've got some of that spiritual horror kind of feeling going on here. He takes an animal tongue out of the fridge and a bunch of nails and says that they're going to silence the prosecution.
Yes. Silence him.
Yeesh. And the guy ends up in the courtroom. He keeps choking and all of this stuff. It's just really freaking creepy.
Crazy coffin fit where he can't get a word out.
Mm-hmm. So they win that case too.
Yeah,
religious
surprise.
freedom and all.
Surprise.
Lomax and his wife, they end up going to this fancy party a few floors up in the building. It's got all the movers and shakers of New York, senators, businessmen, everyone. His wife tells him not to leave her alone.
Oh, as soon as she said, promise me. Yeah, because I mean, we've all been to a party with somebody, and it's just like, hey, I don't know many people here. Don't ditch me. And then 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
It happens.
But especially this because she made him promise.
Yeah, and she knew.
So at that point, he's going to break that promise.
And I mean, the second they step in, he just starts getting dragged everywhere.
Yeah. So Lomax ends up outside with this other lawyer, one that actually caught his eye since he stepped foot in the firm's office. She's beautiful, and it's obvious Lomax is attracted to her. They're on the balcony talking and flirting a little while Milton and Lomax's wife chat. Interesting conversation there. Weird, but okay.
Really unsettled and so well done. Like,
And he just, it's like, you
So
should put your
unsettling.
hair up, you know.
Yeah.
You should cut it. You don't
Straighten
need a
it.
perm. Yeah.
natural color.
Something about her neck. And he just kept saying,
Oh, yeah,
like,
it was,
linking the head to
Yeah,
the body.
that was
and it
awesome.
just-
I want to know how much of that is actually written and if he improvised any of that. Because if he did, I bet you he scared the bejesus out of Charlize.
Probably, because
like-
it scared me watching it, going, "Oh my gosh, this is too much."
I immediately kind of had an idea of what was going to go down between the two of them
yeah.
after that. I mean, you're supposed to, obviously, but yeah.
So Milton interrupts Lomax and the beautiful woman on the balcony. He asks Lomax to gather Heath and what was it, Barzoon?
Barzoon. Eddie
Barzoon.
Barzoon. What a move, or what a name in a movie full of like Lomax, Milton, Cullen, Heath.
Yeah.
Barzoon.
Well, he's the guy throwing the party. So Milton wanted them to meet in his office quietly, he says. Lomax does this, which means he left his wife again after promising not to leave her at the party.
Telling you, man.
Milton wants Lomax to represent a man named Alex Cullen, who has just been accused of killing his wife, stepson, and a maid. Triple murder.
Craig T. Nelson, the voice of Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
And of course, Hayden Fox and Coach back in the day.
Lomax doesn't know if he's up for the challenge, but Milton thinks, he's going to back him.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
this. So at this point, now Lomax and his wife are fighting. He's never home. She's lonely, misses him, and then she ended up having this really weird experience while she was out shopping with the other wives, because they all kind of hang out, and it's really like...
The demon faces.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So basically, they're like in the changing room and all of that. And I mean, it's out of her comfort zone as
it
is,
yeah.
because they're getting dressed in front of her. She barely knows these people. And then like they're talking about having, work done.
Oh
and
yeah,
all
the
of
surgeries,
that.
and we'll tell you the doctor when you're ready, as if like she's just all of a sudden gonna, do some plastic surgery for fun.
But like Luke said, one of the woman's faces changes like demonic while she's slipping on a shirt, and it just freaks her
Oh, the way they
right
did
out.
that was so cool too. Because
Yeah.
I was like, did that happen or was it just like a blur? And then they did it again. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And then the
Yeah.
hands and stuff and.
So when she says she's lonely, Lomax runs to her side. Feeling awful, he suggests they make a baby because that's what she's wanted to do all along.
It's a very 90s thing, you know.
But while they're getting it on, he's busy fantasizing about the other woman he works with, and his wife can tell he's distracted.
Christabella, by the way.
The fun ends.
Yeah, that would be Christabella, yeah.
I don't mention her by name either because that's a stupid name.
His sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say that to the end.
Yeah, surprise.
Spoiler alert: the person that he's attracted to is his sister.
Yeah.
So disgusting.
Movie's all about the devil. If you haven't figured out, some twisted ass things are going to happen.
It gets worse.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I know my old man's in the chat, so he ain't never seen the movie, so we're basically explaining it to him.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if Rochelle's seen it or not, but yeah, if you're in the chat and you haven't seen this, like, buckle up because it's gonna get fun.
Yeah. So now Lomax's mom has come to New York to visit. She meets Milton. There's some tenseness there. You can feel it. She knows there's something bad
yeah.
about this guy.
There was a scene right there. I mean, no words, and just the tension was awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Mom ends up leaving because she doesn't feel right, wants to go back to her church, and things just keep getting worse between Lomax and his wife.
They do a good job of making Mom seem overly, religious. I miss my church and things like
Yeah.
that. But like, when things just don't feel right, like
When things don't feel right.
yeah, they do it good though.
So then now the wife is having these nightmares, like someone was in the house, but then it was a child, like the child she can't have, but then the kid was playing with like organs and insides, but they were hers.
Really gross and creepy, and
Real creepy scene.
did not see that coming too. Like that's one of these things. Like that, there's my under a rock for this movie. Like some of the little twists and stuff. I was very happy to not have ever heard. Didn't even
what
know.
happens
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, wife's having a complete mental breakdown. Lomax tries to calm her, but then he has to leave for work. So then he leaves her again. Great thing. Hey, she's in the middle of a breakdown and you got to go to work. Okay.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It is absolutely rough.
So now Lomax's case is getting messier. Cullen was having an affair, which gave him motive for murder. But then while interviewing the person Cullen had supposedly had this affair with, Lomax finds out that she's lying. Realizes that Cullen did murder his wife and the stepson and the maid.
Yep. Yeah, because
which is a shocker.
He asks the assistant like a real personal question about him, and she got nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, what the hell?
Yep. And it caught her off guard, caught him off guard, because he didn't realize that she was lying about this. Because why would you lie about having an affair, you know? To cover up the murder.
That's right. So
yeah.
I got Rochelle's seen the movie. She says she just got chills. So I was talking about it. And my dad says, excuse me, that movie's on TNT for like a month. I tried. Did you see the ending?
Trying is more than enough when it comes to this movie.
No, I get it. My dad's famous for like a movie's just too. Nope, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Just nope.
Well, and I mean, Al Pacino did it good enough. I mean, seeing his face in part of this, I was like, we don't have to finish watching this.
I'm so glad that you saw like Scent of a Woman first. Because
fair. Because if we watch Scent of a Woman after this and I have never seen it, I'd be like, nah, man, I am not watching, the blind devil talk about women.
That's
you know?
Right. Yes,
no, we're not doing that.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So anyways, we find out that Cullen actually murdered these people. And now Lomax has this personal struggle, battle doing the right thing and losing the case. He's got like 100% win rate right now, or defending his client, which is his job.
Sure.
But he's a murderer,
Yeah.
What do you do?
Are we at the point where Milton and Lomax have the conversation on the street when they're walking yet, or are you getting there?
We are getting there.
Okay.
This is when they're on the street and into the bus, train station, or subway
station.
Because it's crazy the whole time. Milton is just kind of like, so you lose one.
Yeah.
So it makes it sound like he's nice and he's on your side.
Oh, yeah, it's totally fine. Like, I brought you here to be this big hotshot and all that, but you're going to lose the biggest case, that I'm going to give to anybody. No worries, man. No worries.
But he knows that will make him not want to lose. I mean, he's been manipulating him since day one, and it's becoming more and more obvious every single time he opens his mouth.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's great.
So what did you want to say about this scene?
So, he gives him the out. Yeah. After that, they're walking down the street, and he's like, listen, you need to take care of your wife.
Yeah.
Take care of your wife. This is fine. This is a loser case anyway. We didn't realize all that stuff. We can jettison this one and it'll be fine. We pick back up afterwards. Get your wife taken care of and all that. And he's like, no.
Yeah, because he said that, I'm not going to do that because if it costs me this case, I'm going to hate her for it.
And how, like, right then and there, it's just like, dude, you're the devil. Like, how bad is he? Where he's just like, no, one case. Can't. One case. She's literally going crazy up there.
He's got a 100% win rate.
I'm really excited to get to some of the trivia.
Why would you throw that out the window? She will be okay. She's just having a hard time because of all these changes.
Absolutely awesome. So, he gives him the out, It's okay. It's cool. And he doesn't
But he also doesn't just give him the out. I mean, it is given to him the way it is because he knows he's not going to back down from it.
Very manipulative.
Yes.
And it's it is absolutely dangled, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. And then Barzoon is murdered. Milton has him murdered.
Awesome scene.
We know that.
Awesome scene. The chase in the park and stuff like that. Very cool.
But also comes to the realization while you're watching this, once he's done with you, he's going to toss you aside.
That's
so Lomax, better get going while you still have anything left. Spoke too soon, but we'll get there. All right. So he wins this case. Cullen is a free man, even though he's guilty and all of that. Meanwhile, Lomax's wife has completely gone off the deep end. She's at a church with a blanket wrapped around her, and she tells Lomax that Milton visited her earlier that day, and they talked for hours, and then, they hooked up, basically. I don't want to say hooked up. It was more like he sexually assaulted her.
Yeah.
Hooked up assumes that she was, on board with
this.
this.
No. 100%. But Lomax
now really thinks she's crazy because Milton was with him all afternoon.
And we saw him. We saw Milton in court.
But she's begging him and saying, I'm not crazy. She drops the blanket, real creepy. She's naked. She's got like claw marks, scratches all over her. So traumatic. Just watching that scene was enough.
Bruises.
Like at that
and
point,
stuff,
I could have stopped the movie. I was like, nope, this is getting far beyond creepy territory because we know Milton did it. You know he did it. It doesn't matter that he was sitting behind Lomax in that courtroom. You know Milton did it. You know the wife's not crazy. Freaking creepy.
It is.
Can't handle
that reveal is something else. And I don't believe I saved this one thing, but she struggled with whether she was going to do that scene because it is full frontal nudity. And so she had recently turned down the movie Showgirls, which was a lot more of just gratuitous nudity and stuff like that. She famously talked to her mom about this and told her about this scene, and her mom, like, they had a cool conversation, and her mom gave her the go-ahead because this was, like the truth of a character in more art than, I don't know if you know anything about Showgirls, but it was just like girls walking around naked for a movie, which everybody loved.
Although there were a lot of, naked boobs and... naked boobs, just boobs.
I don't think this is on the par of Showgirls.
Okay.
So yeah, she made the right choice.
I don't know.
And now Charlize Theron is like one of the, biggest actresses in the world. So yeah, good for her.
So at this point, like she's begging, I'm not crazy, all of that, but there's no explanation.
Nothing.
Yeah. So he commits her. It's really, really sad.
It is. And then like you can talk to her now. She's calm. You can say goodnight, and then that doesn't go well.
No. So now we're at Barzoon's funeral. Lomax is sitting next to Heath's wife. When the woman he works with that he's got a little crush on scoots in next to him.
Christabella.
Yeah.
And then in the other side is Mrs. Heath, she is just the creepiest character. I mean, in a movie full of really creepy characters, including Eddie Barzoon himself. Great casting there. But like this woman just nailed that.
She did, because she seemed sweet and innocent, but you could tell she wasn't.
Yeah, I don't
From day one, there was just something off.
What is the comparison that I'm thinking? Is it like the sirens in the Odyssey, or whatever the?
But you know that she's two-faced before you even see the demonic face there.
Man.
You just know that it's just surface when she's being nice, and that there's something haunting underneath.
This whole funeral scene.
Yeah.
In the I mean, we're working on towards the climax of the movie and all that stuff. So obviously, but like this is just with Pacino in the church and.
I mean, at this point, Lomax is having a breakdown.
Yeah, and the two
he's starting
surrounding Lomax and
he's starting to see faces of the guilty parties that he's gotten off. Like you said, with Milton being there, just kind of watching. I mean, I didn't get into the part where he's touching the holy water and it starts steaming and
he's
stuff like
reaching,
that.
Well, they show it on like they show like the Dutch angle, like looking up, and the bowl thingy that the holy water's in is in the shot, and it's on purpose because like he's gonna interact with the holy. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, what's gonna happen, And then you get Lomax seeing Cullen with his daughter or his stepdaughter that he's fighting so hard to see with visitations and stuff, and then he's just the creepy back rub thing, and whew, and then we get Milton touches the holy water, and of course it boils.
And at this point, Lomax is just breaking down. He runs out of the church. Milton watches him go, watching him crack under the pressure.
That's right.
That they talked about earlier. So he goes to see his wife, and his mom is there reading from the Bible. Lomax and his mom get into a fight when she admits that she's been to New York before, and that his father, who he had never met, was a waiter at the hotel where his mom was staying all those years back. She doesn't break the news to us yet.
No, but
Milton.
At this point.
Yeah.
Like at this point. And he's like, you're going to tell me this now?
Yeah.
It's just a great reaction scene.
So while they're fighting, Lomax's coworker Pam is in the room with his wife. She takes her hair down and is trying to get the wife to look at her reflection in the mirror, which earlier she said something like she can't look at her own reflection. All she sees is a monster. So now that this woman is trying to get her to look in the mirror, this is not going to end good.
Oh, yeah. So I thought Marianne was going to like have a face or something like that. And instead,
I don't know what I expected. but I knew somebody was going to die.
Instead, it was
I knew somebody was going to die here.
Pam with the face. Oh, the second they showed the broken mirror on the ground, I was like,
Well,
I
yeah.
know exactly where this is going. Yeah, but yeah, so Pam, she looks in the mirror, sees the demon face in Pam, and like busts Pam in the face with the hand mirror, right?
Yeah. And then Pam stumbles out of the room. Lomax's wife locks herself in the room, barricades the door with a chair. Lomax keeps banging on the door, pleading with his wife, but she's taken a piece of the broken mirror, and she's got it in her hand, and you know it's all over.
You know it's all over
She
from
jabs
there.
her into her neck. It's so disgusting, and it's way too
What's
gruesome.
worse, there is some gore in this movie that was a surprise. Like, I didn't. It was like, well, that seems unnecessary for that. Like, didn't really. And anyway, as creepy as her doing that is watching Pam in the hallway just standing there. Like,
She wasn't worried about it.
on a rewatch of this movie, like just watching her reaction, because that woman, Deborah Monk is the actress's name. Like, she did that extremely well, just stoic and just stood there, not like panicking. She's killing herself. She
Well,
might be dying.
and then that's the thing. When the mirror breaks over her head, she starts screaming and causing a scene and running in into the hallway, and she's grabbing her face as if she's bleeding and very hurt. And then everybody comes running, and she's just like, "Nah, man,"
Just stands there,
and watches it happen.
crazy.
Awful.
Yeah, really, really well done.
At this point, I thought Lomax was going to get framed for her murder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And said, I don't know. I can see that happening.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like, his life has gone down the drain pretty badly.
Sure,
And, I
yeah.
mean, Milton...
Defend yourself now.
Well, Milton tosses everyone aside when he's done with you. So, I mean, why would this be a surprise? I mean, especially when he goes to help his wife after she stabbed herself. Like, his hands are all over everything on her. Like, who would... It'd be hard to fight that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, easily.
So that's what I assumed was going to happen. That's not what happened. He is not framed for the murder, but we do take a really freaking weird turn. Are you ready for this part of the movie?
I am.
Act 3 of The Devil's Advocate.
I was waiting for this the whole movie. Like,
All
let's
right.
go.
Number 1. So Milton is Satan. If you did not know, they announce it here. Beautiful.
Oh, when they...
Also, it's his father. They announce that as well.
Yeah, congrats.
Yep.
What do you do now? The painting sculpture thing in Milton's lair. Office.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm gonna go with lair. I like lair for
Fair.
him especially. The first time I saw that, I was like, "That's something. That's coming into play."
You did say that. You're like, have you put any notes about the painting behind his
first
desk?
time I saw
and
it.
I was like, nope.
That it looms so large in that room. You know,
Yeah.
it is a kind of a focal point and all that stuff. But I mean, it might as well be its own character because it subtly changes. You don't realize it throughout the movie, and then finally, it just it
Erupts.
comes alive.
Yeah.
and it's like
The
I knew
souls.
that."
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. This is also where we find out that the coworker that Lomax has been fantasizing
Christabella.
about, liked, flirted with, all that, and we're sure something was going to happen between that. That's his sister. We find out
Half.
that. Doesn't matter. Blood related. Disgusting.
Half sister.
Done.
That's so weird.
That's so messed up.
And then
We will get
It
there.
doesn't.
We
It doesn't
will get
immediately
there.
like throw him off. Though.
Nope, it doesn't.
You know.
Also, Milton wants him and his sister to hook up, start a family.
Right.
He wants a baby.
He
the
wants
Antichrist.
the Antichrist,
Yes,
that's right.
I get it. But you're asking your son to bang his sister, and you're there.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I love. She keeps telling Pacino, "Just shut up, man. You
Yeah.
talk too much."
Yeah, and then she strips down, though.
Like-
She's naked in front of her dad and her brother.
Like it is weird. It is
It's too
very
weird.
Yeah, it
too
sort
weird.
of takes you out of the moment a little
It
bit
does.
because it's so
It did.
it's so
it
just,
was just too much.
you know. Yeah.
So we have jumped all in now into this movie.
Here we go.
I mean, up into the point where his sister gets involved when Milton is explaining free will and that Lomax's vanity was his own downfall, which honestly was a crazy, monologue or crazy interaction there.
Yeah.
It was just like hearing Al Pacino play the devil and talk to this guy that, listen, you had free will. I didn't make you do anything.
I gave you an out.
And you had the opportunity and you had an out. You chose what you wanted to do.
And he repeats it back to him in his own voice, which was awesome. Just a great touch.
Yeah. That point, I was like, dang, this movie's insane. But now he wants him to bang his sister. And that took me so far out of the movie. I'm like, I get that we're going in evil and you don't want evil to ever look good. So you gotta cross those lines. I get that.
I feel like...
Did we have to cross that
I
one?
feel like, you bring her in, you have him do the deed, then you go, that's your sister. Like, that seems more Satan-y.
You got a point there. That's diabolical.
That is, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the sister thing took it a little step too far for me. But anyway, that's where we're at here.
Wouldn't that have been an amazing reveal, though? Like, yeah. But the whole thing is, like, he's not supposed to. He's not going to get it on with her,
Right. So Milton and Lomax are now negotiating, but I feel Lomax still has a trick up his sleeve. Like, he's going to end this as the good guy.
He's got it, right?
Right?
It's Keanu.
Yeah. And he's not going to just be a degenerate. Come on. So. It is weird. Because he's kissing on his sister.
A little bit.
And he's stopping in between as he's continuing to talk with his dad. That's really weird. I mean, think about that sentence with no movie involved.
It is.
He's kissing on his sister, but stops in between as he continues to talk to his dad.
To their dad.
What the hell are we watching here? But then he does something I'm really not expecting.
Oh, yeah.
Free will. He pulls out a gun and shoots himself in the head. Bam! What? But wait a minute, the movie's still not done.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought, like, the devil was going to explode.
Yes,
and
this is the end of the movie. He shot himself in the head. The movie's over.
The portal opens up, starts sucking him in and all that stuff, and then it goes up to... Back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning.
Did not see that.
We're back to the beginning of the movie. He's in the bathroom splashing cold water on his face after you realize the guy that he's defending is guilty, the school teacher.
All the way back. First case in Gainesville.
He heads back to the courtroom. Everything is back to normal. His wife is there. She's happy. She's healthy. She's got the perm going, not the short hair. Yep. And, she's got color in her face and all of that. So now he's got the opportunity to do the right thing.
There's your free will.
Yeah. So Lomax says he can't represent this man and dismisses himself from the case. Of course, this causes quite an uproar. We have the reporter begging to get the inside scoop on Lomax. Lomax finally agrees, and the reporter starts to transform into Milton. Like, Lomax and his wife doesn't see this happen. And he states, vanity, it's his favorite sin, which is something that he said to Lomax earlier, which makes you feel like even though he's doing the right thing now, he's still in that vanity loop.
Still walking that line, man.
Yes.
Still a sinner.
Vanity. It's his favorite sin.
Crazy.
That is so creepy when he says it. Oh my gosh.
And the
end.
Bonus points because it's Pacino saying it too. Bonus creep.
Bonus creep.
Man, he can do that so well. And there's some people you watch be like villains and things like that, and it's just like, no, I don't want to watch them anymore because they were such a good villain. I have a hard time with Kiefer Sutherland. So, like, he was a bad guy in a lot of movies when I was a kid, and then 24, and all of a sudden he's American hero, and it's just like, the hell he is.
Fair.
You know what I mean? But Pacino.
I don't know. After this movie, I do see a different... I want to watch another movie with him because I feel like this has, I don't know. I have an opinion about him because he did it too well.
It was so good. So
and his
super
laugh.
good.
Because it wasn't a cackle. It wasn't like what you think when you think of, this character is playing the devil, and so he's going to laugh, and it's going to be powerful, and all of... It wasn't like that. It was a couple of, like, short laughs, but it was almost...
So
I don't know. That laugh.
There's another one that I didn't save, but apparently, somewhere in Christian mythology, it's a thing for, like, demons or something to... knock 3 times when I don't even remember exactly how it goes. I should have saved it now because you brought it up. But you knock 3 times for the making fun of the Holy Trinity is like how
Oh,
It goes
okay.
like that.
Yeah, I think I've heard something.
Every time he laughs,
It's the 3.
He laughs in 3s.
Yeah.
So like that's supposed to be a little bit of a thing, right? So
Yeah.
a good transition into our Devil's Advocate trivia. Trivia, facts,
Fun
whatever.
facts?
We
I don't
already did
even want to
facts.
call them fun facts because of this movie. They are not fun
Actually,
facts.
some of them kind of are. So Keanu Reeves accepted a lower salary so they could afford Pacino's asking price. Pacino didn't know, and when he later heard about it, he donated the same amount of his salary to charity.
That's cool.
He found out about it. I didn't realize that, you know.
That's really cool.
The boxing match Lomax and Milton attend, not a staged bout. In fact, a legit world championship boxing match. That happened October 4th, 1996 at Madison Square Garden, home of the New York Knicks, by the way. But yeah, Roy Jones Jr. Fought Bryant Brannon. Jones knocked out Brannon during the second round. Later also appeared in The Matrix Reloaded. Jones
Okay.
did. How about that? The outdoor patio in John Milton's office
Yeah.
was real. That big, crazy open space at the top of in the middle of the skyscraper. Absolutely real. 50th floor of a New York City building. The stage was 8 feet from the edge of the building.
Nope.
At one point, like, Keanu looks over, and I'm just like, why would you do that? Oh, my God.
Curiosity.
It freaked me out so much.
Yeah.
When Eddie Barzoon is running in the park and the 3 joggers are after him, they're each wearing a color associated with the horses of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, one is in white representing the horse of conquest or pestilence. One is in red representing the horse of war. The final jogger is wearing black representing the horse of famine. Milton, who is reciting a monologue about Barzoon to provide his justification for sending the demons after Barzoon, is wearing green, the color of the final horse belonging to death. How about that? Love those little things like that.
Yeah,
Super cool.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. Charlize, okay, I do have this. She thought long and hard about appearing fully nude in the film, having turned down Showgirls for precisely that reason. Agreed because she loved the character and had, a big talk with her mom about it. She also, to prepare for the role, spent an hour a day over 3 months. Well, during the shooting. It wasn't like before, but she met with a psychotherapist to practice schizophrenia. So that's why she was so good at it, right?
Worked out because she is very believable. And again, it's really sad. That one scene, like, she's not crazy.
Absolutely.
But you can't.
Yep, I know.
Speechless.
I know.
I'm just no words.
So there's an audio cue that things have changed when Kevin's in the restroom speaking to Larry, the reporter, the guy who does that, and then he leaves, and then all hell breaks loose in the movie. There's a loud boom heard before he splashes water on his face. At the end of the movie, when he awakens in the same bathroom, no boom. The boom indicates Kevin's entry into Milton's world, or the hallucination of it all.
Okay.
Milton always takes the subway around New York City, and he guesses why?
No.
Underworld connections.
Okay.
Right, literally and figuratively, turns out to be a huge mastermind of world crime. Also peppers the film's dialogue with remarks that sound mundane but turn out to be allusions to his past as the rebellious angel Lucifer is being cast out of heaven. He says, underestimated from day one. You think I never lost before? Some things like that.
When he said that, I felt like I was like,
There was a couple, things that alluded to that whole fallen angel deal, which was cool. What else we got here? This is the last one, and I love this, and was super pissed that I didn't pay attention hard enough to this, but I thought I noticed every time Marianne tries a different color of green in the apartment, what's her name? Jackie is discouraging her from using those colors.
Yeah.
Jackie's wearing that color.
okay.
Which is, think about it, it's like, oh yeah, she totally is.
Yeah.
And like now it's just, damn it! I thought there was something there while it was happening, but I didn't put it together because
It's
it happens.
all just so
really fast.
weird the
Yeah.
entire time, though.
So there you go. That is the trivia questions, the little bonus knowledge from the Devil's Advocate, and we'll jump into our review questions for both of us now.
Yeah.
Which is always fun. So, did you like it?
I did. This is up there with movies that I don't want to say make you feel something, because that's more of like The Prestige and those movies that I don't know, that you want to watch again and again and again. I don't feel like I need to watch this movie again and again and again.
That question's
but
coming up.
It's one of those movies where it was like, that was haunting.
Yeah,
Had a bigger impact on me than I thought it was going to have.
Right.
So I did like it.
The church reveal scene, the Barzoon's funeral scene was just, at that point, it's almost agonizing while you're watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's like the right word for it, but there is a little bit of just discomfort.
Like, get out of this.
Yeah, there's some discomfort
you are
there.
so far gone, and you know.
Yeah.
You knew from the beginning.
When
You
Craig T.
asked
Nelson-
your wife.
When Craig T. Nelson is rubbing that girl's back, it's just like, oh, dude.
No.
Oh my goodness. So both liked it. Definitely. I gave that away at the top. I'm happy that we watched. Definitely. Did you have a favorite line from the movie? Hard, because the lines were all like, Latin, basically. They're all Bible verses in Latin. So,
But I will say, as much as it's my probably favorite and least favorite at the same time,
vanity
is the vanity line.
Yeah, I thought
my
you were going to say
favorite
that.
sin. And the way he delivers that, you see it coming from the devil's mouth himself. And then you just think about people in general and just the world that we live in, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is too deep for this movie.
That's a
I did
pretty
not
good one.
want this deep of a movie.
That's a pretty good one. Oh, there's
Yeah.
another trivia that I missed, too. I can't believe I didn't save that one. If you notice, Lomax's suit gets darker and darker and darker and darker throughout the movie.
Nope, did not notice that.
If you are on our Facebook page, I put up the shout out to Paul Moore, by the way, who guessed the movie today.
Nice.
Because Sunday or Monday, I usually put up a screenshot of the movie without context to see if people can guess what it is. So if you go back and look at that, it is literally the second scene in the movie. He's wearing that very light, almost khaki-colored suit fully.
Okay.
Like super light, kind of a Florida-style suit. By the end of the movie, fully black. But he goes just like a little bit darker almost each scene that you see, signaling his descent into darkness. Yeah, for sure. Also, everybody associated with Pacino smokes in the movie, and by the end, he's started smoking almost all the time.
Yeah.
Keanu, a famous smoker, by the way. Like I believe has had like the hardest time quitting smoking. Favorite quote you've already heard? I don't think there's anything we heard before, heading into the movie, right? So, favorite character? And Milton? Why is it Milton?
It is Milton. It is Milton because Al Pacino did it so well.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly don't think I will look at him the same anymore.
The big three, Milton, Marianne, and Lomax himself.
They all did phenomenal jobs.
I mean, yeah.
They really did.
The acting here was great. The
but
movie was
I'm not
awesome.
going to judge Keanu Reeves going forward. I feel like he is still a great character and a great person and all of that.
Now I got to get you to watch John Constantine. So that's sort of it's based on like a comic book type character, but it is very much where he's like what is it? He's an actual demon, but he's like rejected Satan and he kind of fights for good or some nonsense like that. I don't know. I saw he did the movie, right? So he did Constantine as well, where it's like almost a similar backstory and things like that. It's pretty neat. It's worth a watch. We'll have to check that out sometime too.
But Milton's going to be the top because, again, I don't think I'm going to look at Al Pacino the same. I think I can get past everything, but I'm not going to look at him the same anymore.
Pacino is just something else in this,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. But now we'll have to go back. I'll just put on Scent of a Woman so you can ease back into reality with it.
I need a stepping ground because now it's going to be creepy. I cannot do that one. Yeah.
Let's see. Cringe level, 1 through 10. Did you have any cringiness?
Yeah. His dad wants him to bang his sister.
Yeah,
that's cringy.
That was rough.
That is up there. That spot gets to like a 9.95.
But that's more of so we've added discomfort level as well, like because so this is I think more of a discomfort thing than a cringe thing, right? Like maybe.
I think
it's probably just 1 and 1A.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We didn't have the title of the movie in the movie.
That's okay.
What did you know about it going in?
Nothing. I knew that Al Pacino was the devil and Keanu Reeves was a lawyer.
I added it to the list because of the scene in the subway where Pacino is talking to the dude in Spanish.
Yeah, you told me
telling
that
him
scene.
And it's just, and that's what reminded me. I remember when it came out and I wanted to watch it then. And when I re-saw that clip, I'm like, oh my God, we got to see this. So I kind of knew the basic premise. Again, I knew the main players except for Charlize Theron. I didn't realize that she was in it. But, you know, Keanu and Pacino
Yeah.
definitely knew about that. Thoughts going into this one?
I expected it to be heavier. I mean, we're talking a lawyer and the devil. Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
this isn't going to be a funny movie. And if it is, somebody did something wrong there. So I figured it was going to be a little bit heavier. But it was definitely more heavy than I expected.
So I was excited heading into this. I love the personification of the devil in like television and movies and TV and, you know, good versus evil and stuff like that. Like the Kevin
There's
Smith,
a reason why it's the biggest fight.
Yeah.
Good versus evil.
the Kevin Smith movie Dogma is a lot of fun with that because, you know,
Yeah.
he plays around with the good versus evil stuff and it's really cool. So I was like looking forward to it. Kind of knew that it was a little bit more on the, I mean, obviously it's not a Kevin Smith movie, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, that's I was just like, let's go. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Poof. What surprised you?
Again, probably how deep and dark it gets. And I mean, a little bit like horror scenes, you know, with the demons and watching somebody lose their mind.
The discomfort surprised me.
Yeah, just so much. And again, from a movie, you know what you're watching is just a movie. But to be able to
That's why we watch them.
give you those feelings. Whew.
Movie discomfort can be something else.
Intense.
And this was great. And this was like the good movie discomfort. It's like, you know, definitely was really cool. What surprised you? Did we just say that?
Yeah.
Yes. Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger?
Less, and less. If I saw this when I was younger, depending on the age, but I would say even up to the age of 25, I would probably have horrible nightmares.
All right.
Because the good versus evil is such a, you know, ingrained battle and all of that. And to just, no, I would not have liked this movie when I was younger.
I would say I would probably like it a tiny bit less, but just because I wouldn't really appreciate the acting as much as I do now.
Fair.
And you got to remember, 1997, Keanu Reeves in a serious movie, people were making fun of him. And it was like, oh, it's the you know, Bill and Ted guy, the Point Break guy, the surfer dude, and all that stuff. And so, like, people weren't ready for him to be serious. But now going back and going, I know he can act, right?
Fair.
It's a lot, you know, so yeah. Just a little bit less if I was younger. What was your favorite part? Yeah, I know it, right? I'm trying to think now. Like I ask these questions every single week, and I can't think think ahead to think of them myself.
I like when he does the right thing at the end, but I mean that's even squashed when he's gonna be, you know, the inside scoop for this reporter.
What is my favorite part? I think.
I mean, I like when he does the right thing because I mean he was letting some really scummy people go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. That maybe. I mean, how about that? Just the opening and how crazy that was, setting the tone for the whole movie could be a good favorite part to me. I don't know. I think the church scene, Barzoon's funeral, just the way everything starts to literally boil in that scene. I think that's probably my favorite part. Least favorite part. Were you going to say something regarding favorite parts?
Yeah, I was going to say the monologue scene, too, where, you know...
Where Barzoon's dying in the...
No, where Milton is telling Lomax, like, I gave you an out. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you an out. You made this choice. I didn't do anything, you know?
Then he says it in his voice.
Yeah.
Love that.
But,
you're right.
but
That's a
just
good one.
the like, I didn't do anything. And you're looking at him, and he looked like it's genuine. Like, I did not do anything. You did it.
Literally
like,
the devil. Like, that's exactly how, you know, that's...
But he does it so well, and the writing for that was so good. So that was a favorite part for that whole scene. Because it's like, you want to be really mad. Devil's got a point. He didn't make you do anything. So,
that's right.
Least favorite part... there's a lot of that. When dad is trying to get son and daughter to bang, that's definitely up there.
That's up there.
When the teacher is like touching himself.
Yeah, that's rough.
From that, when you find out that Cullen actually murdered his wife, which you kind of think he does, But then, like, again, they're gonna put this girl on the stand that had an affair. Why would you admit to an affair? You know, and then it's just like, oh, no, he did actually kill these people. You know, real rough scenes to sit through.
I don't know if I would even call them least favorite. I think the least favorite part is the gore when he shoots himself. Like, there's just like the gross, like that was absolutely unnecessary. Some of that I think would probably be my least favorite part. Okay. Or let's make a baby. Like, no.
But again, that's like you said, that how many
how
90s
people,
movies have we watched so far, and that's
how
the
people
solution.
solve problems until last year.
Whatever.
Something like that. What would you recommend it to someone else who hasn't seen it?
Would depend on the person. This is definitely would depend on the person kind of movie.
All right. Watch it again. This is a big one. This is one I've been wondering how you're going to answer, because I feel like this is one that definitely warrants a second watch through because of the little bits and pieces that they pop in there to see if you notice.
It does, but I need some time.
Yeah.
And this is not a stop and watch it if it's on TV movie.
That's the next question.
It's not.
Not a stop and watch. No, you don't want to see, the reveal at the end, catch that monologue or something like that. Watch Eddie get chased down through the park.
I will watch this again when I'm good and ready, but not in between commercials for Geico and whatever. This isn't no.
Excellent point. The commercials definitely would ruin that.
Would just ruin this entire movie.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Are you happy you watched it?
I am.
As am I. Stop and watch it if it's on TV for me. I would. I would pop that on and go, oh, I wonder, if they're at whatever scenes yet. Some of the big reveal when she drops that blanket in the church is like, that's a scene.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Like, that's just so creepy and heavy and all of that stuff. Happy you watched it. Yes, we said both, I think. Does it hold up?
Yeah. I mean, the good versus evil is always going to be a theme.
Yeah.
And you can always do that.
I don't feel like there were many times, like, and a lot of times the hold up thing for me, does it hold up, is like, do I find myself going, if only he had a cell phone? You know what I mean? And there isn't a lot of that in this.
Right.
Like, we're situations where, like, I could have texted her that I'm going upstairs. She'd still be pissed at you. That's not going to solve the problem.
Right.
So that moot there, as far as I'm concerned. I think it holds up well. Like you said, the G versus E thing is always entertaining.
It's always a battle, and it's always I don't want to say polarizing, because of course we all want to be, like, the good needs to triumph over evil and all of that.
That's why I like Marvel so much, and the superheroes, right?
Right, but especially when they mix it with modern themes, know, that good versus evil line starts blurring a little bit more. And that makes it hit a little bit harder.
Yeah, with the modern stuff. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Rochelle says, do you have to wait at least a year? In the chat, she wants to know, is it a full year? Can you get there quicker before you watch it again?
That's a good question.
It really is.
Because,
like,
that's a
it ain't going to be
question.
next week.
It's not going to be next week. It's not going to be in the next couple of months. I would say by the time I watch it, it will probably be at least a year.
I mean, also just in the context of how our lives flow, too.
Right,
like, we got all these other movies to check out and stuff, too.
I'm going to blame it on that anyways.
We haven't even rewatched, like, The Prestige, which I think is your number one that we've done.
That's one of my top reviews. I think it may be my favorite movie experience that we've done on this show.
Honestly, I think I installed the watch it again question for movies like, Austin Powers and the dumb comedies that I just really like, because I want to know if you're going to be pissed when I put them on.
Right. So, can I get away with this, or should I wait when she's not home?
That's right. Watch it again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah.
All right, that was awesome. A lot of fun. I love when we get to do a double review.
We do have a couple of those coming up.
We really do, yeah. We've got a few more than I realized. And then, of course, as we start getting down the list of movies and stuff, there's a poster sitting right next to Naomi. It's just the 100 greatest movies of all time. So there's a bunch of those we got to get to. So there's a handful that we'll have coming up where we do the double review. And, I have fun, too, because I get to answer these questions and whatnot, and not just sit here and wait for your reaction, because I get to react myself. So
that's right.
That's it. That's it for our review of The Devil's Advocate. Super, super good movie. That I'm really happy that I like that as much as I did, for sure.
After that, I just can't transition into thought of the day.
I know. Did you come up with one that matches at all?
Absolutely not.
All right.
But it's not as. We'll see.
We go from from the devil's advocate to me singing now. All right. Thought of the day. Thought of the day. It's your thought of the day. Thought of the day. I should have just gone, start spreading the news.
I thought you were going to do it in like a devil voice or something. I didn't give you any time to prepare.
You know, you think I would think of these things ahead of the show, but here we are. Seat of my pants, gang.
Yep.
Flying by the seat of my pants.
So the first quiet minute after guests leave is its own kind of event.
Wow. That's a good one.
It is, but does not fit with anything we've done today.
I don't know. You think after everybody leaves the devil's little office, his lair there, he's just like,
No, he's causing more mayhem.
vanity.
And the other deadly sins.
Right on.
Greed.
Excellent thought of the
Gluttony.
day, though. That was a good one. That's heavy. I like it.
All right. Luke, you going to leave us with a laugh?
I am going to do
Now
my
what are you going to do?
I
How are you
know.
going to get to this one?
The devil walks into a bar.
If it's Al Pacino, it ain't funny.
No. All right. You ready? I got 3 of them. We'll see. We'll see if we can do this. What goes down but doesn't come up?
I don't know.
A yo. Yes. What's green and fuzzy, has 4 legs, and would kill you if it fell from a tree?
I don't know.
A pool table. I mean, right? It would. I like that. I'm very proud of that, by the way.
All I was thinking, I was like, it's not a caterpillar.
No, I don't think.
What would be green and fuzzy and have 4 legs?
All right, one more. You ready? What did the pirate get on his report card?
A C?
7 C's.
That's close enough.
Damn it, I should have done that one first.
You should have.
Nicely done. All right, that is going to wrap up episode 143, Luke and Naomi on Air, featuring Naomi and my Under a Rock review of The Devil's Advocate. Thanks for hanging out and listening to yet another one. Big shout out to the chat. Thanks for everybody who's
Yeah.
watching live. Really appreciate you getting in there and jumping in, even if it is my dad with absolute terrible dad stuff in there. I'm going to leave that for you. You can read.
Okay, I'll read
not,
it later.
Not just you,
Oh,
but everybody
for
else.
everybody.
If you want to go
Okay.
back and read through the live chat.
I do love the live chat. We got to figure something out so we can see it a little bit
Yeah,
better.
I've got an idea in the works coming up, so
okay.
we'll get to that eventually.
Because
but-
I do appreciate the conversation and the questions and things like that. And also the help when we're echoing and don't know it.
That's
Like,
right.
that's so important.
Absolutely.
But definitely like the interaction as well. It almost reminds me back of
Of
you know,
doing the live show,
Roswell
right?
and taking the live calls. That's the next step.
Whew, live
gonna be a
calls.
while.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for listening. If you are listening, and you know, next time you can join us 7:30. It's not going to be next Monday though, because that'll be what the 20-something. We're going camping next weekend, so we won't be
No
in town
movie.
to watch a movie.
Yep.
So we're 2 weeks out. We'll make sure we let you know. Follow us on all the socials and make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications on YouTube so you can get that notified when we do go live. We like to try to remind you as much as we can on Facebook. In the meantime, do follow us wherever you can. We'll have some fun conversations in between. Earlier this week, we were talking about the one sentence that has stuck with you your entire life and what goes in the pitcher that I call the Kool-Aid pitcher, because
It is a Kool-Aid pitcher.
a lot of people said orange juice, the orange juice concentrate, and that it was either Kool-Aid.
Oh, like the frozen
or
that
the-
you're like stabbing
yeah.
with the wooden spoon.
and it
Yeah.
was either Kool-Aid or orange juice.
Yeah, that's fair.
For me, and those were the main answers we got. So you can jump in on those too.
Plus, we'll have pictures up from camping. We have to put up some pictures from camping because this is the first time Luke and I are going tent camping in what, like 8 years?
It's been a minute.
And it's our first time tent camping in North Carolina.
That's right.
And we are going in June. And it's going to
gonna
be
be warm.
hot.
It's gonna be
and
warm.
there is no electricity.
It's gonna be warm.
And no water. So
This could be awesome. It could be a disaster. Either way, you're going to want to tune in next episode.
It's
and
gonna be
get the
great.
breakdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make sure you're following us for any potential updates. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Luke and Naomi on air. YouTube, obviously, as well.
Yeah.
And lukeandnaomi.com, too. All right. Until episode 144. Thanks for hanging with us. Have some fun and be excellent to each other.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace out to the chat. Thanks for being with us, gang. Appreciate you.